Hey, this is Matt Boggs, and in the past, I've done some videos on the biggest turn-ons for men. And in this video, we're going to be talking about 5 of the biggest turn-offs for men. Things that you might not even know you're doing. Now, generally speaking, I really don't like to focus on the negative because I believe that you can absolutely create an amazing life that you love by being the best version of yourself. And as we bring the best versions of ourselves to the world, we create amazing results. And when we become aware of patterns that we may have, because you have patterns, I have patterns, we all have patterns that create the results in our lives. As we become aware of patterns that are no longer serving us, then we can choose to shift those patterns, to repattern those things into something more positive. And so a mind expanded to a new awareness never returns to its original size. So let's take a look at some of these 5 patterns that turn men off. And if you're implementing any of these, you can shift those and create something positive from it. So the first big turnoff for men is drama. Drama. See, drama creates stress in one's life. So as men, as we're dating a woman, look for how she handles things that don't go her way in her life. Does she turn a molehill into a mountain and create a bunch of drama around it? Or is she able to take a mountain, something massive that's happened, and bring calm and peace to it and turn it into a molehill? If you're the type of person where you create drama, if you have a pattern of drama, your man's going to feel more stressed in your presence. And when a man feels stressed in the relationship, more stressed than when he's not in the relationship, those are the moments when he chooses to get out of that relationship. Big turnoff number 2 is negativity. I mean, generally speaking, we all prefer to hang around positive people versus negative people. But here's where it backfires in relationships, because if you have a pattern of negativity, in other words, finding what's wrong in any given situation, complaining about the restaurant you're going to, or complaining about the people in your life. If you're talking bad about other people in your life and you're complaining about your coworker and how your coworker is a narcissist and everything is all about them and how they dropped this big project on you last minute and is negative, 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 what ends up happening in a man's mind is he's thinking, well, she might like me right now, but when she doesn't like me, man, this is going to be bad news bears. Maybe when I'm not around, maybe she's talking negative about me. There's a saying that says there's only 12 inches between a halo and a noose. All right. Let's get on to number 3. Number 3 is being late. Why is being late such a turnoff? Well, the most limited commodity that you and I have is our time, right? None of us can create more time. We only get so much time, and none of us know how many days that we have. And so inevitably, if someone is constantly late, like you're gonna go, he's gonna pick you up for the movies or pick you up for a date, and you say, hey, I'll be ready at 7, and then it's 8 o'clock, and you're finally getting ready because of whatever happened in your day. What that subconsciously communicates is that you are more important than him. You value your time more important than he values his time. Now, you might be the kind of person where you also value someone who is on time because they respect your time and you're respecting their time, and that's great. But if you notice that you have a pattern of being late, know that that might be a bigger turnoff than people are actually communicating to you. Turnoff number 4 is unsolicited advice. Now, as a woman, you are programmed to try to make everything better around you. That's just part of your hard wiring. For millennia, women in all different societies, you're trying to make the world a better place. You're trying to improve the house. You're trying to improve the home. You're trying to improve society. It's just hard-coded into you. And so the challenge is when you offer unsolicited advice to a man, it communicates that you don't trust him, that you don't believe that he can really provide the experience that you're looking for without trying to control it. So monitor, just be aware of the amount of advice that you're giving him that he hasn't asked for yet. Do you advise him on where to park? Do you advise him on how to drive? Do you advise him on the dates that you're going? Do you tell him what to wear? All of these things, if he's asking for suggestions, that's one thing. If he's asking for a recommendation, support him, and great to connect that way. But if he's not asking for advice, then the best thing that you can do is actually support him by allowing him to do it the way he wants to do it, and then acknowledge him for the effort that he's made. Now, before I give you turnoff number 5, I have created a great gift for you. It's an ebook called The 5 Feminine Qualities That High-Value Men Find Irresistible. These are qualities that absolutely trigger attraction in men. So I'm going to post it, link it right here in the video, and put it in the description. It's a complimentary ebook, a gift from me to you. So at the end of this video, go ahead and check that out because it's really going to serve you in your love life. Now, big turnoff number 5, and this is the biggest of all of them, is entitlement. Entitlement. Nobody likes someone who acts with entitlement. You don't like it, men don't like it, but it can show up in subtle ways, right? Especially because in society we've been programmed to expect certain things, right? So often we're programmed to expect that the man is going to pay. We're programmed to expect that the man should be opening the door for you or pulling out the chair for you. And while yes, men should be doing these things, men should be chivalrous, men should be planning the date in advance and creating an environment where you feel safe, you feel adored, you feel taken care of. When a woman acts like she's entitled to those things, in other words, he pays for the date and she doesn't even say thank you. She doesn't even appreciate him for the date, or he opens the car door and she just gets in and sits down and doesn't acknowledge him for that. That is a massive turnoff for men. Because men, we project out and we say, what is life going to be like with this woman? And the opposite of that is also true. See, there's polarity. As much as he doesn't like it, if you flip the script and appreciate him for the things he's doing, he loves it. And so it's as simple as saying, thank you, I appreciate that. You want to get better behavior out of your man? Start celebrating him for the things he is doing well, and he's going to start gravitating to doing those things more and more and more and more. So there you have it, 5 of the biggest turnoffs for men, and I would love to hear from you. This is your opportunity to share below. What turns you off that men do? Go ahead and share your biggest turnoffs in the comments below. I love checking out your comments. It's a way that you and I get to connect. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, take a moment, click the subscribe button and that little bell next to it so that you get notifications, because every week I'm creating videos based on questions sent in from people just like you to serve you in your love life. Thanks so much for watching. I'll connect with you soon.